Welcome to the Love Island
reaction video, okay?
recap. Yeah,
we're gonna recap some Love Island seasons, both from the US and the UK. Maybe eventually the Australia one.
I don't know if that's a lot to keep track of.
They're not as interesting. I think it was just something I put on in the background to like listen to their Australian accents.
Oh yeah, you just wanted to pretend you were in Australia
a little bit. Good eye, mate. Yeah. So
where do you want to begin? Season 2, UK, or do you want to recap current US season?
US first.
Let's start with US.
Like the least to talk about.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
The season 2 UK one is definitely going to have to be a couple episodes.
Yeah, we have to unpack that one,
like from start to finish.
That was a lot.
Reliving it, yeah.
All right, so current US season.
Yeah, so I think we're just gonna go through the cast members.
Predictions, thoughts,
maybe predictions. Who's our favorite?
Yeah.
Should we do like a little game? Like who's the most fake?
Ooh, we got our own mini games in here.
Probably smells the weirdest.
Like mustard.
That's my personal.
I think Rob, based on the overalls, gives me weird smell vibes.
Dude, smells like hay.
Smells like wheat.
I always think the person that smells like weirdest is the person that I can't understand why no one wants to be around them. Right?
Do you think Cordell smells weird then?
Coy?
No, Cordell.
Oh, Cordell.
The short king.
He's
short.
Maybe.
I'm thinking the person who probably smells the weirdest has gotta be Hannah. The person that's paired with
Kendall.
Kendall. Yeah.
So I also want to talk about that opener because that was the most bizarre shit I've ever seen. So the US season 6 opens with what I can only describe as a musical number that goes on for. So I'm currently fighting for my life against allergies. I was in the bathroom just trying to find God, right? And I come out of the bathroom and the musical number had started and then it continued past me coming out of the bathroom.
It was a long one.
I couldn't watch it. Like I was eating my burger, which was fire, by the way.
Honestly, top tier.
Yeah, and then like it literally started with who was it? The first one on there. It was a girl.
Was it Serena?
No, it wasn't Serena. It was the other one. I think it was Jana.
Janae.
I
think that's how you pronounce it.
Janae. I think she was just like she came out of a plane and then just started a musical number.
Yeah.
And then it was like on the Sound of Music.
It was a lip sync too.
Right.
The lip sync.
It gave me like, because at one point they were on like the sunbed singing, and I was like, "Are we in High School Musical too?" Like she's living her best Sharpay life.
I think you legitimately said, "Oh, Sharpay."
Yeah, she said. Because I think they even put the blonde in the middle.
Oh.
And I was like, we really.
Taylor was definitely in the middle.
Like we really are doing a High School Musical number.
It was too much. It was icky and.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Why not just come out of the water like fuck boy look, you know? Like they do in the UK.
Yeah.
That's why I said that.
Yeah. Just glistening and wet.
Literally oiled up. Hi, my name's Ken.
Because they do have music for the opener for UK, but like they don't sing and dance. They show them in their various jobs as they're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
They got the email. I've got to get out of here. I'm going.
Although, actually,
I'm not giving you my vacation time. I'm taking a vacation.
But that was season 2. What if the current seasons
to date?
We
watched 10, didn't we?
Oh, that's right. We did watch 10.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't remember anything.
I think
from
I would have remembered Molly singing.
Because I think the way that this all started was because we started watching Love Island, and we started with like one of the.
Who put it on as well?
I think it was me.
I think it was you,
Yeah.
And I was like, "Hold up, you watched Love Island?" Because like, same.
And it was just like, oh, I guess we all mutually have an individual affection for this show.
Right, and I was like, I used to watch this and not tell anybody.
I used to tell
I think that was the first TV show that I was introduced to when I lived in England.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're like, have you ever seen Love Island? What is that?
Exactly.
Oh, just you wait.
Well, I was very much into the UK shows like Skins.
Oh, love them.
Shameless.
What's it called? Shameless, but the UK version.
Right.
I
What about-
appreciate.
The Office?
Did not watch the
You
UK
didn't?
Office.
Me neither.
I can't
Um, Gavin and Stacey?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Love that show.
Yeah. So I think
Huh?
Who are Gavin?
It's a TV
it's a
show. It's a British TV show.
It's like
Sorry.
Anyway.
It's, I think, where James Corden might have gotten his start
I
was
think
Gavin
so.
and Stacey.
yeah, definitely one of his first.
Yeah.
But all right, so let's go through the girls.
Right.
So
Okay.
there's Serena, 24, a media strategist.
If you're looking at this screen, she's the first one on the left.
Okay. Now, I personally love her. I feel like she's really real. She's going to tell you how it is.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah.
And we saw some spoilers. So, like, when Leo was getting confronted by, I think it was Rob and some other chick that he ended up with, she was, like, sandwiched between them, basically.
Oh, that's right.
And I think someone raised their voice with Leah, and then Serena hops up immediately, runs to her, and being like, "You're not going to do that to her. Like, calm the fuck down."
I appreciate that. She's a girl's girl.
Definitely.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
And I think you definitely need somebody like that in the villa.
Exactly. Someone who's going to watch your back.
Right. Hopefully they watch hers.
Like, it's not great, like, when they, like, get cliquey,
Mhm.
but I feel like there's also, like, someone that you're going to have that, like, instant friendship with.
Right.
Yeah. And that's, like, helpless.
Yes. All right. And we've got Kaylor.
Kaylor. Yeah, we did.
So Kayla, this is gonna be tough.
Kaylor's 22. She's a behavior analyst.
She's the blonde one, in the blue swimsuit. If you're looking at this.
That's right. So she's getting her master's degree.
Or she had her
She has a
master's.
master's
She
degree.
has a
She
master's.
has?
She has.
Okay. I thought she said she was getting.
Well, I
My
forgot
bad.
what her actual job was.
I don't.
Behavioral analysis is what her degree is in.
But she wanted to work with, like, autistic kids.
Yeah, I don't think she has. I think she's like in that.
That's why I thought she was still
Oh.
getting her master's. This is like her summer off.
I guess yeah. it
Right,
makes
she
sense that
didn't-
She's still getting,
maybe.
She's only 22.
Right.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. But
I'm sure
she's
ambitious.
goal-oriented, but her voice is fucking annoying.
I don't want to be mean. I don't.
You
No,
guys were
be
not
mean.
fucking with her from day one.
The second I saw her, I was just kind of like, eh.
Was
So hair seemed like it was fake.
Honestly, it looked like a wig.
Yeah.
Oops.
Damn.
No, I don't. I feel bad. I don't want to put anyone down because I'm sure they're all fantastic in their own
I'm sure.
way.
But she grew on me for sure. I'm talking about initial
Initial,
impression.
I was not her. It's not quite shrill, but the decibel at which her voice hits is not great.
Yeah. She
And I don't know what that weird Pittsburgh accent was that wasn't actually a Pittsburgh accent.
wasn't. She said something about a fan. And I was like, that's not Pittsburgh, but okay. I think she was trying to associate like Pittsburgh and Boston can be kind of similar, but
Yeah, I don't
in
know.
very different ways. It's hard to explain. You just have to hear it.
Right.
But I know people from Pennsylvania are a bit weird.
Yeah. They are.
I don't appreciate them as drivers. I was actually driving yesterday, and then I was like, Pennsylvania driver.
So
Explains a lot.
See,
Explains why you're braking in front of me and there's no one in front of you.
I feel that way about Illinois drivers.
Illinois?
Yeah.
Illinois.
Oh,
Illinois. Illinois people cannot drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I went to Chicago, I was like, okay, this is
You're fighting for your life out there.
no one's really on the same page.
We watched an Illinois driver the other night from the concert run 2 red lights.
Oh wow,
Yeah. Just clear as day, like stopped at the red light, looked both ways, and then continued on.
oh,
Like I'm like that. It's not a 4-way stop,
it's also not flashing.
right? Like it's a full on light. But okay,
Those are scary. Anyway,
we digress. We digress.
No, I liked her when I like her relationship with Aaron.
Yeah,
I really like it.
I think they're a good fit.
Right, but I think she's bound to ruin it because she's not used to having relationships.
Do we know how old Aaron is? We don't have it
He
written.
never said it.
Yeah.
Did he not?
That
He
was
said
the-
where he was from.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Google it.
Okay, so Aaron's the guy in the green shorts. He's British. He is the token British guy for Love Island UK.
Yeah, and he works on yachts, so he's always traveling. He's maybe home for like a couple of months.
He said something weird about being a member of the Tracers.
I don't know what that
I
is.
don't know what that is. Again, this is also when I was fighting for my life through allergies and I couldn't hear that well. So I was like, I don't know.
So he's 26, 27?
Okay.
Something like that? Depends on who you ask.
He never said it though in
It
his
is
intro.
Mm.
So I don't believe any age he tells you. He's like 72. Has the final youth.
God. Oh, not the Tracers, the Traders.
Still.
He walked away from the winner of the Traders UK season 1 back in 2022.
I guess he is on another
So
reality TV. It's like Big Brother or something like that.
you said Love Island season 1 UK?
What?
No, I've heard something different.
Yeah, you did. So The Traders is a reality TV show
Oh.
where they play the ultimate murder mystery game.
They're playing Clue?
Hosted by Alan Cumming.
What? How have I never heard of this?
I have no idea.
New show unlocked.
Shit.
I think it's
probably
an
boring as hell.
we can watch it on Peacock.
We might have to try
I
that
haven't watched it.
because that's the one sub you don't have.
It's one stuff I don't care about. So that's Aaron.
Yeah.
Who's next up? Hannah.
Hannah,
My pick for potentially weirdest smell. Not that she smells bad. I'm going to say she smells probably distinct. Like, I would guess.
I think she smells like cardboard because she puts on so much makeup.
I feel like she probably smells like the inside of a new water bottle.
Plastic.
No, like
That's
that,
what
like that,
she
like
has plastic surgery.
that chemical smell. Like
The BPA.
Yeah.
smells
No,
like
yeah.
EPA, 100%.
That's also because of all that fucking shit
Makeup.
she puts on her face. All the information that we have is she's 26 and has not had any relationships.
So I put that on there because that's very funny to me. Cause, like,
Do we think that's a red flag?
Yeah, 100%. Right.
Okay.
Well, we know why now.
Yeah.
Her behavior shows why she does not have relationships.
You missed a couple things she said earlier on. She said that like she typically goes for like she said she doesn't want a fuckboy, but that's the type that she's attracted to.
Right.
So she always goes to those types.
That's why she went to
Which
Koi.
is why she's never been in a relationship because she ends up going with guys who don't like want a relationship.
Okay, so she's done situationships.
Right.
Yeah.
But like at that point, I feel like you're doing that to yourself.
Yeah, but she also said that she recently became able to. She said something like she recently started liking herself, which shows that it's probably
She liked who she was becoming.
Yeah.
And I kind of in my head was like, that's because you're constantly changing things about your appearance.
Sorry.
Hate on me if you will. But
But I'd say she has my vote also for probably the most confusing person to watch on this show. I don't know what she's thinking.
I don't know if she's coming or going, man.
I don't think she does either, honestly.
yeah.
And it's also wild to me. So there have been a couple times now. She's been in a bit of drama. Like we're 6 episodes in, which we're also very behind on this, but
Yeah.
it's fine.
We'll catch up fast.
Yeah,
There's no commercials on that.
but
Peacock.
she's been caught in drama already.
Yeah.
But she also tries to like defend it in the weirdest ways possible that like
Yeah.
literally make no sense. I think that's why Kendall's like, yeah, no, I actually need space. I need to talk to God about this one, you know?
By the way, if you're watching, Hannah is the girl in the pink bikini. Kendall, her mate, is the guy who I guess
Mate.
Is that magenta, purple? Not purple, but it's like a pinkish, lavenderish.
We can't see this.
Yeah, I'm trying to help out the watchers of this. Who Kendall is, I guess, I would put him as like just the nerdy America's sweetheart guy.
Yeah.
Does not have any idea what show he's on.
I originally like first impression of him, I was like, he's a bit too soft for this.
Yeah, he's 26, works in medical device sales, and it's been 2 years since he broke up with his girlfriend. He also broke down and cried when he talked about his parents going through a divorce and that changing his perspective on love.
Yeah.
He's my favorite so far. I think he's just so adorable and genuine. Like he doesn't give me kind of some of the vibes that like they're just here to play the game or they're just here for the money. Like I feel like he's very much trying to get to know people, which is why I think this thing with Hannah has thrown him off so much and is so upsetting to him.
Yeah.
Because it seems like her intentions are not the same.
Yeah. The recoupling is also very weird to me in this US version of Love Island.
Yes.
We gotta get into that. Because I want to talk more about that specifically, because I got so many questions.
All right,
Okay.
let's finish up the
We have to
like.
get through these characters.
Okay.
All right, so there's Leah. She's 24. She's also in medical device sales. Interestingly, I thought that her and Kendall would click, but maybe they're too similar.
They're too similar, yeah. She's
Just
in
on
a
the-
turquoise bathing suit.
Yeah, she's lovely, but I can see why she kind of gets herself in this situation with Rob.
Yep.
And then there's Janae,
Janae.
27. She's a day trader, which
Impressive.
very impressive. She kind of like she gives me very bougie vibes, but like self-made bougie vibes.
I will say she is a Forex day trader, which is one of the bigger scams out there for day trading, which is that's a personal thing.
Oh.
When someone's a Forex trader, I just think I don't want anything to do with this person. That is
Yeah.
a scary individual. But
I can't see her in that role though.
I don't know enough about day trading or anything along those lines to like.
You gotta think she's kind of like Forex. You're on like in front of your computer looking at the markets, right? And like
you're looking at
you're
the-
cold calling people. You're trying to sell them Forex.
yeah,
I can't see her doing that job.
that's why I'm saying a lot of Forex traders don't actually trade Forex. They do. It's a very
Let's not
big
get into
scam. You've ever
Let's
seen a
not get into the
scheme?
pyramid
Forex
scheme.
is a big pyramid scheme. Yeah. They always say, "Well, I'm a foreign exchange trader," and I'm like, "That's Forex." Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And then there's Liv. Liv's not on our list, but Liv came in. She was a bombshell. She's from Sydney, Australia, and we thought that that was kind of interesting as well. That
We're just bringing foreigners in.
like yeah, you never see like an American contestant on like a UK or Australia. Maybe Australia. There might be some
Yeah, I don't know.
because I don't. They're kind of like an extra little, you know.
Yeah.
But she definitely came in guns a blazing. Very weird that she picked Rob. I think for a recoupling. I think that
Yeah.
her and Aaron might have been a little interesting, but also they seem like more like friends.
They're the two foreigners, so it would have been weird.
I was like, who is Aaron? I
You
forgot.
him immediately.
Forgot for
Yeah.
a moment. My bad, guys. How
But-
dare I forget the British
I
man?
will say he has my vote for the most forgettable person.
Who,
That's my
Aaron or
second
Rob?
vote.
Absolutely,
Aaron.
Rob is not forgettable.
No.
He's the one
Rob's
guy
chaotic.
before who was like the doctor that you were like, how is he still
Oh.
around?
What the fuck was his name?
Well,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but he's like that same vibe. He's George too. He's like the George of this.
George did not make it though.
Hi. So then we have Coy, who's 28. A union? Was he a union director?
A unit director.
What does that mean?
They
He
say these
directs
jobs
unit.
Like I'm supposed to know.
Doesn't matter what his job is. Man's a 6'8".
That's his
Right.
only.
That was the highlight.
Yeah, that's all anyone cared about.
Exactly.
As soon as he showed up, he was like, "Oh, yeah, I'm 6'8".
We have Cordell, who's an aircraft fueler,
which is pretty cool. I feel like that job's probably
younger brother of Odell Beckham.
Oh no, we weren't gonna.
Oh, we're not.
We don't bring Beckhams into this.
We have to.
That's a little fun fact.
He's also been single for 5 years.
You know that
Well, yeah, that's because of his
brother.
brother. But why isn't he not? Is it Cardell Beckham? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't tell last names.
We got Rob, 25.
A snake catcher is wild.
Yeah. He didn't even say his job. Like he wasn't like he was like, "There's a snake in your house." I know there is. That's my job to find them snakes.
Yeah, what did you say?
So weird.
You said Rob is the snake in my bed.
Honestly, I was half listening to what was happening.
It's how you're flirting with him.
I wasn't. I think what I was trying to say that he is a snake. It didn't come out. The words were not in the correct order.
It was hilarious still.
And then we had the two bombshell boys, which are Connor and Hakeem.
Don't have Hakeem's age at all. I missed that.
Oh, I don't know. We have Connor's 28 and then Hakeem. We have the age of Connor and the job of Hakeem. You menace. You're setting us up for failure.
I don't even know what current couples are at this point.
Okay.
In episode.
Okay.
6.
So we have.
So we wanted to talk about, before you just match them up, the first coupling.
Yeah.
Right.
That outrageous kind of non-traditional way of Love Island's coupling, initial coupling. So usually it's like the girls line up and then one by one a boy is going to come in. And then if they fancy the dude, they're going to step forward.
Didn't we watch it where one season where the but didn't at what point did the audience pick the couples?
That was 10 of UK, I think.
Was that wasn't their initial coupling? Was that it?
I think
what's your question?
Is that they stepped who they fancied, but the official couples was voted on, right? No, they voted for who they think suited the other person, and they brought them. Fuck, I don't remember.
Right, because why do I feel like at one point the audience actually coupled them up?
I just don't remember.
But I don't remember. I also don't remember if that was the initial coupling or if that was like later on down the road.
I'm not sure, because I feel like in UK they always do the boys come in one by one, because I feel like they didn't come in one by one and she was like, you're coupled up with them because the audience thinks. Maybe they picked who they wanted, but then she was like, hold up, the audience actually thinks this, so this is your actual couple.
I don't know.
No, you're right. That was because remember Molly and Mitch were paired because the audience voted those two look the best together. That because it wasn't that Molly picked. Fuck, that season is so boring.
Easily forgettable, dude.
God, I wish I had that.
Anyways, we're talking about the US season and how they were firstly coupled. Mm-hmm. And I was just trying to explain how they usually do it.
Right.
Not how that season 10 did it, because it's just confusing.
Right, but I think as they're trying to switch things up as they get through to newer seasons. So I wonder if that's why the US one is this way.
Well, this seems vastly different than just the audience picking.
I kind of liked it.
Right, but I think they're just trying to just keep things interesting rather than like...
For sure, but they did it better.
Yeah. I mean, the UK does it better.
No, I said the US.
Oh, you like the US better? Then
I think it's cool that they did like an icebreaker thing.
Oh,
I like that.
I mean, a little outrageous to just meet someone and start making out with them.
Yeah.
Oh, I totally forgot that happened. I was doing my nails, guys.
So
I went straight to like the men standing on the podiums.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Not
you thought they stood there and the girls
yeah,
walked to
I forgot that they all made out.
Yeah. Anyways, so it's basically like an icebreaker question. Like, who do you think is the fakest? Or like, who do you think has the most red flags?
Yeah.
And that person who you think was the person you walked up to and kissed, made out with. But the only negative thing about that is I feel like they just went up to the person they wanted to kiss regardless.
Right. there's
the
no
game
like,
kind of was like,
yeah, there's no honesty or like authenticity to it. It's just you're hot, I want to kiss you.
right.
Because if you're a bad kisser, then I'm not picking you.
Right. It's that thing of like there's initial chemistry in like a first kiss.
Right. Not always though.
You think?
Yeah, so there's actually, I think they've done studies that the there's an actual chemical reaction within like your saliva when you kiss somebody, and then you like genetic that like your body recognizes and like sends off
That they think is like the spark
right. So that doesn't happen with everybody.
that is ending up together. Because I'm
So-
saying someone that you're going to be attracted to.
Right, but you could physically be attracted to them, but your body
Yeah.
isn't going to recognize their genetic from their saliva to match with your genes, and
Oh,
so
I see what
you're
you're
not
saying.
going to feel the
I see what you're
spark.
saying. I see.
Isn't that wild?
That's the most disappointing thing I've ever.
Right? Right? Like this man is hot as hell,
Hot
and
as
you
hell.
kiss him, and it's
God damn it.
nothing.
Just like that's like a crazy thing though, because like I guess it's just a part of human evolution.
It's-
Over time. It's like,
yeah.
This is how we can kind of like mechanize.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like the kind of mechanization behind like that spark. That case.
yeah, and like your genes recognize
You're
you.
like, this guy has shit genes. Do not. Not for you.
It is the most disappointing thing ever.
Yeah, but it hasn't happened. So.
It is really like
It has
kissing.
happened.
It really is like kissing frogs to find your prince.
Right. So that's what I found interesting about it. And then obviously the men stood up on a podium, which was kind of crazy. And then whoever they had the most connection with, you go stand next to that person. Which is kind of similar to the step forward if you're attracted to this
Right.
person.
Right.
So brutal though, because so for context, right? They put the tallest guy next to the
The
shortest guy.
Right.
So you have 6'8" Oye next to 5'8" Cordell, and 3 girls go for Quinn, obviously, right?
Right.
But then you have Cordell and I think it was
Aaron.
Kendall.
It was Kindle.
Kendall and Cordell are just standing there, just sad and alone.
It was what's his name?
Coy.
Coy, Cordell,
Kendall.
Aaron, Kendall. Because I remember
I
Cordell
can't think of the
like
last name.
looking and being in
Rob.
wave. Rob, thank you.
How do we forget Rob?
I don't know. Maybe he is forgetful.
For context, they have a lot more information about Rob than I do, and it's been very interesting to watch
Reactions
them
to Rob.
react to things that I'm like, I don't know.
Fucking
what's
Rob,
going on.
dude.
But I think that's good because you are currently an unbiased party.
Right. Because right now we're like, okay, I can see how Rob's kind of charm when he first meets a woman can be like a sort of spell that you fall under. But then he starts showing his like true colors. You know, he starts wearing the overalls. And then there's all of a sudden like a piece of hay behind his ear, and then he's like a fucking dick.
From my point of view, it just seems like a very even guy. Like, he hasn't done anything that makes me think of him as like he's just like a dude.
Right.
Whereas like other people have been like kind of like straight up villains or just weird or like idiots.
I also think it's hilarious. Like it's funny to watch that, like Aaron, right, being British, growing up with like the expectations and the traditions of Love Island UK,
Yeah.
that he's now like bringing into the house himself, and it's like we don't operate this way. We
Yeah.
don't have chats before we do things.
Yeah.
No. People are gonna screw you over behind your back. They're not gonna pull you for a chat.
Like that there is no respect. It's a free for all, my guy.
Yeah, I definitely feel like Love Island UK, there's more respect. There's more guy code, more girl code.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
It's like an unspoken rule of they're a kind of family and you don't cross certain lines.
Yeah.
But in this house currently, I feel like it's a free for all.
Yeah. Whoever's horniest wins.
You say the wrong thing and you're getting dumped from the island.
Legitimately, yeah.
Is exactly what
100%.
happened to Koi.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, I feel like he kind of deserved that.
A little bit. Like, he shouldn't have been, like, body count shaming her when he had over 150.
That's outrageous. Also, How was we don't have his age. Do we have his age?
28.
28. Wow.
I mean, we watched through him and throw themselves at him after
A minute.
5 minutes. He's lived 28 years.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can have some self control and say the word no.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So I think the first final couples we can say, right?
Yeah, go.
Yeah. Do you want to go pre or post recoupling? Pre or post?
First final couples.
Okay, so before bombshells are brought in. So we have what?
Literally first day, yeah.
Yeah. So we have.
So Serena ended up with Cordell.
Mhm.
Taylor was with Aaron. Hannah was with Kendall. And
Leah and Rob.
Leah and Rob.
And then it was Janae and Coy.
Janae and Coy. So Hannah, Serena, and Janae flocked to Coy.
Yeah.
Now, we cannot fault Serena. He lifted her up in the air.
That's
If that's how you
right.
guys want to see it, go for it.
6 foot 8 inches into the air.
Listen, that can do something
It did a lot of things.
to a female.
That's how you guys
Just
wanna see
say it.
You guys can see it.
You saw how she was on his arm, like,
Sitting.
You guys wanna see
Sitting
it,
pretty.
see it.
yeah. But he ended up picking Janae. It's probably because she was like, don't pick me up. I'm not wearing underwear.
Oh yeah, that was him.
I personally saw it as like Hannah said that she wanted to be with him because he's 6'8".
Yeah.
Janae said like actually was like, oh, like he has a funny personality and stuff like that. And then the third girl was like, he's pretty.
Serena was like, gorgeous man.
Yeah. I was
So
like,
he went with someone who
who
okay.
had like interest in him besides his height.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate she did say that. No, anything before because we'll never know.
True.
He does fuck a lot. So.
He does.
But also, look, if you had any problem getting to fuck either one of them.
Absolutely. He could have probably had
I
sex with
remember
all of
Hannah
them.
said something like this could be like a threesome couple. Like,
Did she say that?
She did say that.
And
Oh
then
my
Aaron
God.
was like, I think he could handle it.
Yeah.
I did not catch that. Again, I was
You guys are on your own world. That's
I
fine.
was in my own little world for a minute.
I was
My
not.
bad. My bad.
You
We're
look
all in
terrible.
different battles.
We really were.
I was trying to get everything set up for
Well,
this.
speaking of, we have a little light thing now. I don't know how.
That's our thought bubble. Don't know if it exactly looks like one, but
It's fine. It's fine.
it is what it is, you
Right.
know.
Yeah. Okay, so then
I've been muted this entire.
No.
I came back from sneezing. If I haven't said anything important, that's fine.
Michael,
outrageous behavior.
stop muting yourself.
I'm gonna go blow my nose.
I don't care. You're just making editing harder for yourself.
That's fine.
So first coupling was that, and then they dropped Liv in.
Immediately, like 12 hours later.
Yeah, I think they just slept.
Because it seems like they showed up like late in the day.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
They showed up for the evening.
Because you said that they immediately just went to bed.
Yeah, they didn't like. Usually, don't they like hang out for the day and like talk and then
Have a party.
Yeah, they went. They just went to bed. It was just like, all right, going to bed.
Yeah, I think so, or kind of, or they cut it. Obviously, they cut it. I think it was pretty late in the day by the time they finished with the coupling.
Yeah.
So they might have hung out for a little bit, but it definitely wasn't like the kind of party that we would normally see in like the UK seasons.
Season 2.
Yeah, holy cow.
17 bottles of wine.
Oh my god. Right. So
that
then
hot, the hot tub looked cloudy.
right, so that the next morning they drop Liv in and she steals Rob from Leah.
Yeah, so she talked to Aaron, Kendall, and Rob. And it seems like her like conversation with every single one of them was like basically the same.
It was felt very scripted.
It was very
Can you guys,
scripted.
like, walk me through, like, how did she pick those three? That's what I'm confused by.
She says that she talked to every guy, and then from there, who she had the most attraction to,
Okay.
she talked to them more throughout the day. It seemed like she only honed in on the 3, but maybe they cut out the rest, whatever.
Yeah, because it could have been like their conversations are not
Just
good.
so-
Yeah, like this is not great. So I forget who she picked first. Maybe it was Rob. But she
It
was
might
just
have been Rob first, yeah.
yeah, she was basically just like, so who you're coupled up with, how's that going? Are you open to like, are you open? Or are you like closed? She like was talking like she was on like a UK Love Island, you know?
Right. But I also wonder if is the Australian one similar in that regard? Of how
Yeah.
like they okay. So
Very similar. So she was like, do you like someone that like you can take the piss out of? Like,
Ooh.
you know?
We taking what?
The piss.
take the piss.
Take the piss, can give the piss, whatever their little lingo is.
Can you joke?
Yeah, can you have fun banter and not be like hurt by it?
Right. Yeah, I was honestly I thought she was gonna pick Aaron. I feel like they had the best conversation and they bonded over like their similar phrases and
think-
like slang.
Yeah, Aaron was 100% like he would have been fine if she chose him
Right.
because he was like, oh, I met Kaylor, and then I was like, sign the papers, wife her up, like we're gonna buy a house, we're gonna buy a dog, whatever, we're gonna have children. But then the second Liv comes in, he was like, now my head's clouded. It's totally clouded.
Yeah, that is a UK Long
Yep.
Island thing to do.
For sure.
It was to the T, my type, to a T, was said a lot.
Let's go have a chat. You want to go for a chat?
Did
Yeah,
he say that?
They both said it.
yeah.
And because I think she said it to Kendall. And he was like, a conversation. Or maybe she was talking to Aaron and she said, like, let's go for a chat. And he's like, oh, yeah, here they say, like, you want to go for a conversation. You want to go for a talk. He's like, they don't say chat.
Yeah.
Like
I was like-
corrected her or something.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, yeah, we're getting tidbits of.
It was so confusing because it was like watching both at the same time. And it was weird.
Honestly.
Like, you had to get used to it.
Yeah. I kind of still feel like I need subtitles, even though I can like understand
Really?
what they're saying. I feel like I still need it for some reason.
I turned them off immediately, and she was like, yeah, we speak
English.
Yeah, I know. It just feels weird to watch Love Island without a sub. You know?
That being sub.
I don't remember her conversation with Kendall.
It's probably boring. as
Oh, it was basically, it started off the same. Like,
But yeah,
how's your couple? Are you open to getting to know other people? And then he said like, oh, I'm coupled up with fuck Hannah. And then basically was like, that was like a default coupling because she originally picked Coy and then ended up with Kendall by default. And then she was like, wow, like that's interesting because like you're really attractive. Like I would have stepped forward for you. So that's why we're like, oh, they didn't do it like that, honey.
no. That's right. But then she ended up picking Rob
Because she was the most attracted to him.
because
Well, no, not even.
Not even that. He was the complete opposite of what she normally
Oh.
went for.
So Aaron and Kendall both were like guys that like
Her type to a T.
basically type to a T, told dog handsome,
yeah.
great
And-
banter, great chat.
Oh.
That she was like, Rob's just normal, right? Not really normal, but just like not something she would usually go for.
Also, outrageous that at one point when they introduced her, I don't know if it was Ian who said it or if she had said it when they were like her little interview where she was saying that she was like looking for an American for a visa, and I was like, bold.
Really? I missed that.
Yeah, they did. They said that, and I was like, oh,
I know that she
Okay.
said that she wanted to find someone in America so that she could either move here or they could move
yeah,
to Sydney.
right. And I think
I think she wants
they
get into America.
might have dropped that she was looking for a visa, and I was like,
yeah, that could just be Ian's,
yeah, definitely
making fun of
his
her.
joke for sure.
For
Sounds
sure,
like
for sure.
his kind of humor.
But who knows?
Well,
Yeah.
I know I've got a spoiler.
Do not drop a spoiler.
I'm not gonna drop a spoiler.
Michael's Grendel couldn't handle it.
I'm not gonna drop any spoilers.
She's dead.
Uh,
Nope. Let me take that one back. Came off terrible.
Oh, that was so bad. I felt so bad. So then,
Yeah. So
So-
then there's like a coupling,
right,
but only she's picking.
right. Liv steals Rob from Leah.
Right. Which he's like, what?
Dude's shocking
I
all.
had no idea.
But then they immediately drop 2 new dudes into the villa.
Yeah. They're like, oh yeah, Leah, you're single, but like, what if, there's 2 more boys, blah, blah, blah. So,
That's kind
But
of
also-
a theme.
it's a weird dynamic in this recoupling thing where, who was it? Cordell asked Liv, like, what were you thinking? Or maybe it was Leah.
Yeah. So
So they can like ask, like, say you pick someone and I'm like, so why would you do that? While they're at the fire pit and what's her face is still standing there.
it felt
The host.
produced, though. You know what I mean? Like,
Did it?
because like it wasn't like they had like how do I put this? Like no one else did anything. It just kind of like zoomed in on him saying this question.
Well, I think everyone else was kind of shocked.
Yeah.
But then
Oh, are we talking about when Hannah?
Yeah, we're skipping ahead here, but yeah.
no, we're talking about Liv picking Rob. Someone asked her why she did what she did.
Oh, I missed that.
And then she was like, just so I want to reiterate again, like, this is just not the type I usually go for, and I didn't want to do what I usually do.
Okay.
Because this was after she already sat down
Okay,
there around the fire pit. But it seems to happen in every recouple.
Yeah.
it's
'Cause
happened in both so far.
Yeah, because they did ask Hannah. And they also asked Jade why she didn't pick Coy.
Yeah, that was weird. He's just standing there and they're asking.
Pissed off that he's getting dumped, and then
That feels more like a backroom interview question.
right.
You know what I mean? Like when they're in the little interview room by themselves, rather than like, let me put you on the spot in front of the fire
in front
pit.
of everybody.
'Cause
Yeah.
I don't know. I hesitate to believe that people are genuinely bold enough to ask these questions in the middle of the
Hakeem was. He full on asked Hannah or said something.
But that was like emotional though. Like it was
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
Whereas like the other ones, it was like I don't know. Like I didn't,
What's your rationale? It would.
Yeah, it was like, what was your decision, like that, like
Yeah.
It
like
would
a
make
producer asked fucking question.
right. It would make more sense if the host
If that was
asked that.
Which they usually do, I feel. Like, how do you feel about your choice?
Yeah.
What brought you to this decision?
Yeah.
But it's weird that now the contestants are like, why'd you do that?
Hey,
What-
why'd
what
you
was
do
the
that?
thumb
I'd be
rub?
like, fuck you asking me for?
Yeah.
Ugh.
So the first eliminated from the island was
Coy.
Coy.
So
And that was a result of that.
Janae didn't want to recouple with him because, like, she had some conversation with him that was like, you know, you're not giving me a lot of effort. And then he was like, well, you just have to tell me that and I'll do it. But she was like, well, I don't really want to have to ask for attention. Which she had a point.
Feels
Right.
Kind of counterintuitive.
Right.
So no, that was. I feel like that was the second thing that happened. Right. So they played the mini game, and there was something about body count on there,
Right.
and
Did any of us catch the premise of that? Because I didn't catch the premise of that.
so
It was like-
something about low blows.
Yeah.
Was it guessing high or low?
Yeah. So they initially started off with one person, and as they went through the cards, you had to guess if they were higher or lower than the previous person,
Right.
that number. And they did like 3 different categories.
I forget what the third one was, but the first one was like what you think that the guy you're coupled with, what their body count should be around, or like what your deal breaker body count is.
Right. And then what their actual body count
What
is.
the girl's body count actually is, and then there was like a third one of
What
something
the
else.
guys- No, it was like what the girls like max limit was, and then it was what the guys max limit. Did they do that? I didn't.
They did both sides, but there were 3 questions,
I don't know what the third one.
and I forget what the third one was, but basically, the girls' numbers were not outrageous to me, but the guys' reactions.
It felt very much like a double standard, and so this is where Coy gets in trouble, right? So
She had what, 24?
he wanted his girl to his deal breaker body count was like 10 or something.
Right.
It was an outrageously low number.
Yeah.
And then they revealed his body count, which was like 150.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember what the third category was.
I forget, dude.
Me too.
But I don't think it matters. What really matters was their actual count and what they expected of their partner.
Right. And so like that made a lot of the females mad. That did not fly.
Yeah, because
at all.
Even Aaron, I think, no, it was someone else who had like a visceral reaction to a woman's like body count.
Right. Aaron didn't care. Because I think Aaron's
his
deal breaker
limit
was like
everything.
Yeah, infinity. Did not matter.
Because a lot of the guys too were like, I would never ask a girl this question.
Right.
So they just threw out some number.
Right. I think Rob even said 500.
Yeah, Rob didn't give a fuck.
Right.
He was weirdly mature about that situation.
Yes, he was.
So I don't know if like maybe because he was from a previous season, if maybe he learned from
That's true. He's learned a little bit about the game. Whoop.
Right.
And then I think Coy had a visceral reaction.
Yeah, he was like, oh, disgusting.
I think Kendall might have as well.
It might have been Kendall. I don't know though. But Hannah's count was not that high. It was like 11.
Yeah.
But I think they were expecting hers to be way higher.
Right.
Like that part where you had to guess the next person if they're higher or lower.
Right.
Everyone was like, higher.
Was it Kendall's because she was like, fuck. I think Hannah had put that her max limit was like infinite. I think that's when Kendall.
No, Leah's was infinite.
Yeah.
Only one that was infinite.
And he was like, oh, fuck, dude, I don't remember. That was when the third and it just started.
It's a kick in.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyways.
It was just like some of the guys had actual like visceral reaction to the body count.
It was definitely body count shaming only from the guys.
Right. The women did not care. I think some of them were shocked by some of the numbers.
Like, whoa.
Right. But they were like not they didn't really care.
No.
So then post that game, I think they're all hanging out for the night.
She pulls in for a chat.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, what the fuck, basically.
Yeah.
Right.
Why was your reaction to my body count like that? When your shit's up in the hundreds.
Right. And why is your expectation so low?
Mm.
And then it kind of evolved into you're not trying to get to know me and you're not putting in any effort. And he was like, well, you just got to tell me. And I think
women do not want to hear that, dude.
And I think they even go the next day, right? So she kind of
barely, like half a day.
She kind of pushes it aside. She's not too happy about it, but she can kind of tell it's not getting anywhere. So I think she has a conversation with him again the next morning.
I think she starts to hang out more with Connor as well.
She started talking to Connor.
Right.
I want to say before she talked to Coy about like giving her attention, because she was like, by the way, like Connor's been talking to me.
Oh, okay.
He was like, that's fine.
He's like, that's cool.
I don't care.
He had a nonchalant attitude about her altogether.
Right.
And she was like, well, that's not what I want in a partner.
Right.
So, inevitably, she does not recouple with him. She recouples with Connor. And I think this is actually when Cordell asks her, like, why did you pick my boy?
Yeah.
That's my boy up there. You're leaving him.
Right. Ugh.
Which was weird.
And then that's when...
Earlier, that's when Hakeem, who we haven't talked about yet.
Oh, that's right.
Hakeem, I honestly don't care about, but I think he is the funnest to watch. Honestly.
Yeah.
Because he actually seems like he's like there with like the right mindset for the show Love Island. Like,
the energy of...
And like, I guess they read it as him being like kind of like overly flirty, but like.
Are you muted or no?
Huh?
Are you muted?
No.
Okay, good.
I was
Because you're going off.
Solid, like, I'm okay. So if you see it, it's flashing. Do let me know because that
Okay.
means I'm muted.
Okay.
But yeah, like I remember like when his number came up, it was a lot lower than people were expecting because
Right.
they thought he would.
Oh, that's right. Because he was kind of offended that everybody
Yeah.
was. He's like, I'm not some fuck boy.
He kind of looks like one, but
I mean, that's just like what he looks like though.
that's just being an attractive man, I
Being
guess.
attractive, being attractive,
And
being
also,
attractive,
like,
and things.
he seems kind of bubbly. He seems
Absolutely.
very, very friendly, and I think is also where it kind of
Yeah.
people associate his good looks and his friendliness with.
He doesn't seem like he's looking for something long term.
He also got fucked because he went after
Koye.
Koi.
who had 153, right? And like they had all known Koye, and he's like not very charismatic, but he had a big number. So like going after that, being like the charismatic, very like friendly guy, they're like, this guy fucking has a fuck ton, right? So he kind of got screwed that way too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's like the lowest for the guys, honestly.
I think he did too.
Yeah.
Who was he initially trying to chat with?
Hannah, right?
I think it was Hannah. Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
it Hannah?
I think so.
I thought he talked to like at least 2 girls before her.
I think he was talking to all of the girls.
Yeah.
Like, when he first came in the house, I kind of like had a lot of respect for him because like he came in and he was like very nice and like talking like very like equally on all the girls. But then he was like, "What about the guys? Are you gonna like say anything to me?" Like, I wanna
Oh,
meet
that's
the guys.
true.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
they were like freaking out and stuff. And he was like, "All right, I guess I'll talk to the girls then if you guys are gonna like
Be weird about
introduce
it.
yourselves or anything." Yeah.
Yeah, they're over there just like talking shit.
Yeah.
Can't
Weird.
believe these guys are here. These 2 bombshells.
He's like, "Yeah."
Nice
Your
to meet
insecurities
you.
are showing, gentlemen.
Yeah. He was like,
Right.
"Dude." But yeah.
Yeah,
He's
I think.
a fun guy to watch. I think.
You think Hannah like love bombed him?
Kinda, yeah.
I think she led him on because she was like, he's a beautiful man. Like, I don't see how she was 50-50 on that situation.
I'm very glad you brought that up because I wanted to talk about this
I'm glad you brought that up.
because this feels like to me, like, because she said she's never been in a relationship before. She's only been like with toxic, like. Fuck
She's
boys.
now the toxic one.
I think she's used to playing like this give and take game, and like she's doing that to people that are like not. Because it's like, because I guess she probably expected
Him
Hakeem to be like
The
that,
same.
but he was like, no, like I'm being legit. Like
I'm
really thought you
a
liked
genuine
me."
person.
Right?
And then like later on, she does that thing, which if this makes sense to you guys, please let me know.
Okay.
She says, I'm not talking to Hakeem. And then she goes to Kendall. She's like, hey, I'm sorry about all that. Me and Hakeem are done. We're not talking. I
Oh,
brought
really?
you breakfast to apologize. Let's focus on us now. And he's like, okay, I feel weird, but I'll trust you. The 50-50 thing out of nowhere.
But he didn't know that, right?
He didn't know that, right?
At the time of the.
Well,
The avocado
50-50 thing
toast.
came out during the,
There's so much avocado toast, dude.
they're fucking up that avocado. And then
Disgusting.
they get to that game, which is like, I don't know. It seems like just
Oh,
an
that.
excuse to hook up.
Oh,
The
that's
kissing thing?
right?
And-
The weird flight attendant outfits.
What happened?
I thought it
think,
was shell bikinis.
is
They started in flight attendant outfits.
Oh. All I saw were the shell bikinis.
Yeah. They're in a fake airplane with like a
Yeah.
water slide and flight attendant outfits. They strip the flight attendants.
Gotcha.
And then
Yeah.
There's
two
water
questions
involved.
They get out and they have to like be like,
Who's
one
the
of these
fakest
girls
or
is
who's-
fake as fuck? Which one of these guys is like?
A red flag.
But like the girls ones are bad and the guys ones are like
Good.
good because you're supposed to pick the guy you like want to.
Like, your girl's fucking with you. I'm actually going to
Yeah,
kiss
like-
you now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like which guy?
That's right, because she picked Hakeem in that one.
Yeah, she picked Hakeem, the guy that she had just told him, and she was and like her post interview was like, yeah, I just decided to pick him because I thought it'd be like
Funny.
funny,
Like, fuck you.
you're like fuck you, kiss me, like. And
Honey.
then it cuts to him lifting her up by the ass cheeks,
And making out.
carrying her to like a waterfall where she falls, right?
But they definitely kissed. And she was like, oh, I didn't even kiss him because I fell.
And her tatas came out.
Yeah. They sure did.
And then she gets back, and it's a very funny moment because it's her, Serena, and Leah. And Leah's like, "Don't you think that was kind of weird?" She's like, "What?" She's like, Because, earlier this morning you told Kendall you weren't going to talk to Hakeem, and she's like, oh, is that weird? And he's like, yeah, kind of.
That's actually sadistic.
It's real messed up there.
Yeah, I still don't get that.
Yeah, they kind of looked at her like, are you serious right now?
Well, because even after they did the recoupling, so she picks Kendall, and then Liv picks Hakeem.
Did the game happen after the
After that.
recoupling?
Mm-hmm.
Did it
Oh.
happen after the recoupling?
Yeah, after, because that was because that's the inside instant of like why she doesn't
Because
fuck
she-
with Hakeem anymore.
Because she
'Cause
picked
he blew up
Kendall.
on her.
Because they don't understand that when you pick somebody, means you're actually trying to pursue something with that
Yeah.
person, at least for the day.
It's not the person you just want to say it.
So she's sitting next to Kendall. Hakeem is sitting next to Liv, and I think they're both side by side at this point.
Yeah.
They're
on the couch.
next to one another. And
And
then
he
Hakeem-
says something.
he was basically like, kind of in so many words, either told Kendall, like, dude, she was actually 50-50, so, like, I don't know why she didn't pick me. In, like, a kind of that way of, like,
But
you said, like, why was he so butthurt? He got picked anyway?
because I think he was saying that Hannah made it sound like she was going to pick him. Like,
Yeah.
she didn't even say like she was really.
Like,
She's-
right before the recoupling,
Yeah.
she was like, oh, I'm 50-50. He's like, I don't actually see how you could be 50-50. Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
Because you've known him for like 2. Well, Kendall said this. He's like, you've known Hakeem for like 2 hours. You've known me for like 3 days. How are you 50-50 on?
No, it was Hakeem saying, how are you 50-50?
Oh, okay. I guess they both said that.
Because, or I guess, yeah, they both
Well,
did.
yeah. So Hakeem says something. Hannah defends herself, and then Kendall jumps in, and then it becomes kind of
Then
like
Liv's like,
3 of them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Liv's like, well, actually, well,
Because Liv was pissed off because, but we forgot this entire segment or plot point. Rob and Leah were canoodling
Behind.
behind
on the deck.
Yeah.
I mean, they were absolutely doing it behind her back.
Yeah. But let's love
Yeah,
Island.
like it's still weird. I get
But
that.
so, like, I don't know. For me, you don't necessarily have to respect the other people in the villa
Yeah.
and sit down and have chats with them like they do in the UK.
Well,
But at least your partner who you're
Yeah.
coupled up with deserves a conversation.
like, I'm interested in getting to know other people. I'm still going to pursue Leah.
Right. And the fact that he just now comes up with like third base signals to steal and stuff like that, and like code to Leah so they know to sneak off is shady to me.
It was definitely
You're
shady.
100% right. Because I remember immediately after he couple Rob and Liv couple, she pulls him like, I kind of feel weird. It kind of feels like you don't want to get to know me. He's like, I'm not saying that. Is what he says.
Yeah, he never was like, I'm actually not into you. We have nothing in common.
Yeah.
He was telling Leah that he had nothing in common with Liv,
Yeah.
and that he was like, you can trust me.
He's like, I have no idea why she picked me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She picked you because you were never like, you're fully closed with Leah.
Right. So he's already showing off some shady vibes.
I'll give that like a 2 on the shady scale.
But also
Compared to Hannah.
Hannah is too, because either she's got short-term
Hannah's a 10.
she's got short-term memory loss or something, because Hakeem, when they did the recoupling, Hakeem said something to her and she's like, I never said that, I said this, and it's like, no, you didn't.
Well, that's
Cut to the clip.
No, that's also kind of like a thing that people do when they're being confronted.
Right. But it's like,
That we see a lot in Love
it's
Island.
just
Like
kind
Katie.
of like, homegirl.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
Katie's like, I never. Oh no, even Miss GB.
Katie, Miss GB.
She was like, I never said that I would just hook up with Daniel.
Daniel, Katie's fuck ass motherfucking boyfriend for most of the
I never said.
Yeah.
Oh shit, you have to bleep that one.
Yeah, you are.
Fuck.
Yeah, you are.
That one you're definitely have to bleep.
I meant it in a joking way. I didn't mean it seriously.
Yeah,
Honey, yeah, you did.
girl.
I mean, right.
Make a note of the time.
I mean, I get Hannah being defensive, but the crazy thing to me is like, first of all, this is live and it's being recorded.
Right.
So it's like, this is gonna come out regardless. The truth was shown.
Yeah, but do you think that they don't really know, like, what's gonna be aired.
But maybe, but also it's kind of like you've got to go with the mindset that anything that you can do can be aired.
True.
So you have to be careful of what you say,
especially if it becomes a big argument.
right?
They're
Or
gonna
own
go back.
up to your mistakes.
Oh, no one will do that on Love Island.
Oh God, no! But
Personally,
still,
I feel like if it's the first 2 seasons, I'll give you a pass on forgetting it's televised, right?
Right.
You don't know how big the show's going to be.
Right.
That's why the first 2 seasons of most reality TV shows are always crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're on season 6 of the offshoot of another reality show.
right?
You know, right? You should have done some research at least. Watch an
Right.
episode, right? That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. It just, but it felt weird that like something was said during the recoupling and it like paused because there were still men standing up there
Yeah.
waiting to be picked, and like this
Right.
argument breaks out, and it's just kind of like maybe we should save this till after.
I thought the recoupling was done.
No, Connor was still standing up there watching this all play out.
Hilarious.
Connor walks like the Terminator.
Connor and it was Connor and Coy because Janae was the last one to pick. Yeah.
Looking for Dale Connor.
That's also a cool thing about this show that I was saying to Ash earlier, that like because they're American, they make references that like
we get.
yeah, Ash made the Terminator, and then literally I think 2 scenes later they made the same.
Oh, they've been calling him Clark Kent and Superman.
Yeah.
That too. Because even Superman's kind of like,
Yeah, he does kind of walk like that. Oh, it's time for bed, guys.
I'll probably be up for another hour or something.
Really? Whew.
But yeah, I think that's basically
That's it.
the highlights of really what we've seen.
Yeah.
The biggest moments, really. I do kind of like Janae and Connor's relationship.
I think so too.
They're kind of just like an old married couple. They like work out together and they're like,
And they like to read books.
yeah.
I love that for them.
She reads the dictionary, she said?
Yeah.
Why?
She likes to expand her vocabulary.
Indubitably.
Yeah. I think she's a massive nerd, honestly.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
Um,
She's like, yeah, I was reading the dictionary the other day. Hold on.
I feel like the only instance where you're reading the dictionary, you think of like a word and you don't know what it means.
but like,
So maybe then you go down like a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Like, what's this word mean too?
Yeah, like the synonyms.
Synonyms.
You just go through the dictionary. I don't know.
we did forget one other couple, and that's
Kaylor and Aaron?
Kaylor and Aaron.
Oh, that's right. That big drama.
Oh, yeah.
Because she picked Hakeem in that game, too.
She got a lot of fucking kisses that game.
Yeah.
She got the most kisses.
and Aaron was mad, and she was like, he was just the first person I saw.
What does that even mean?
Yeah, that was weird too, because in her post, she also has some fucking Hannah-ass tendencies. Because in her,
Because she's never had a serious relationship.
she was like, I would regret leaving the show without doing
Something I
I
wanted to do.
And then I was like, I guess I get that, but also weird.
Yeah, it's weird to be like crying about a dude that only had a conversation with Liv, but then the first game that you get,
Yeah.
you're making out with who you think is attractive, and then being like, well, I just didn't want to have any regrets.
I mean, fair play to her,
Yeah.
but also if that's how you feel, then that should be voiced to the person you're coupled up
That's what
with.
Aaron said.
Right. That's the kind of mixture of like the
UK
and the
US.
USA.
Yeah.
It's like, no, there's no respect for your couple at all.
Yeah.
And I think
You're gonna do what you're gonna do, and everyone's gonna just assume that you're open and getting to know each other.
Yeah.
right, because isn't it like I think we've noticed that a little bit with Aaron and Liv, that they automatically go with like the minute they're in a couple, they're in a legitimate
Yeah.
couple. Well,
Yeah.
all of these people in the US are like, oh well, that's just the guy I'm sharing a bed with for this week.
Some people, because I feel like
Some, yeah.
Kendall legitimately was like, I'm with Anna.
Yeah.
And she was confusing the fuck out of him.
And then Leah and Rob, when they weren't coupled up, like weren't hooking up.
Yeah. Well,
Like they were on a day bed, and then he was all like, "Oh, you can trust me. Oh, I want you." And then she's like just crying.
Yeah.
Where I feel like like I said, if it was like Adam from season 4
Yeah.
of Island, UK, he would have just fucking made out with her, be like, I like you. Come here, baby girl.
Yeah.
Icky, but
I mean, also like Cordell and Serena, they felt like they were trying to be a couple, but they just didn't.
Cordell was for sure.
Yeah, but like I think she was making an effort. She just didn't.
She sure was.
You know.
Yeah, she was definitely trying to get to know him before she came to a final decision on
Yeah.
him, which I respect.
Yeah, I feel like their understanding of what their couple is and like
Right.
the difference in that from the UK one is very interesting.
Oh, I just think it became very apparent that Aaron felt like he was on Love Island UK because he wanted a chat beforehand from Kaylor before this whole game about whatever, and like,
Well, she probably didn't even know
right, yeah, exactly.
what she was going to do in that game.
Yeah.
Which
But
I think was her
I think-
defense.
She said I didn't think. That's what she said.
Yeah.
But also, I don't think she pulled him aside after that. I think she let it just kind of float in the air.
Pulled her aside.
And then he pulled her and was like, you should be pulling me for a chat. You should be telling me what the fuck that was even about.
Yeah.
I'm fuming.
Absolutely fuming.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's going to be really interesting to see these couples play out. If there's even going to be an OG couple to the end.
I think this is one of the things where that could not happen, honestly.
Yeah.
Because are we still considering the 3 bombshells OGs? Or no?
No. I don't
Because they were
No.
in so early?
Not even. OGs are like first episode.
OGs are the people that are in
Yeah, but Liv was technically first episode.
I don't think she was.
Was Liv
No,
first
yeah,
episode?
she was.
She was first episode. I'm just saying the people
Right.
that are in this picture, that's in my...
Okay.
That's
Okay.
the OGs.
The lip syncing ones.
They are who they used to advertise the beginning of the show.
Okay. So
Okay.
we have what? Hannah and Kendall, Cordell and Serena,
Oh, couples right now?
Kaylor and Aaron, like OG couples.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I predict Cordell and Serena are going to split.
Yes.
For
I
sure.
think Serena's going to end up going with either a new guy.
Well, there's 2 new girls now, so if she can't... I kind of know she makes it, but I don't know who she would.
I don't know who she's going to end up going with.
Because I don't know if she's ever. I don't think she's really talked. I don't think we've seen her talk to anybody
No, she's
besides
pretty-
Cordell.
She's pretty serious about trying to get to know him. So I feel
Yeah.
bad. I don't know what Kendall
I think
would
she would be really good with Kendall because I feel like they
wow.
both have very similar intentions of what they're looking for and what they want out of this
She's
show.
looking for a wife.
Right, and she's looking for a husband.
She's also looking for Mr. Clean.
Oh, that's true.
So if
He doesn't
they...
have tattoos, so that is
No, I think
conventional.
she's looking for a
She wants a bald
white,
guy.
Yeah, no.
bald white man with a fucking white shirt on,
With a load of cleaning products.
Yeah.
who's a neat freak.
Kendall and Hannah, I don't know if he still wants to,
I don't think that's gonna last.
but he seems pretty turned off by her.
Yeah, I think that's kind of just like, it's like, I need to pray about it. God's going to tell me to go with
To go
Somebody
with
else.
with Serena.
And then, God, Kaylor and Aaron are done.
I don't
I don't know about that one yet.
Their dynamic has changed for sure.
They might bounce back.
They might, yeah.
I'm
I feel
telling
like they have that friendship.
If they become another
Foundation.
Scott and Katie, I'm going to hate them both. I want you to know.
We all will. Don't you worry. We all will.
Nothing pisses me off more than that fucking
No.
dynamic.
Scott and Katie was just like a game that they both were playing, and they were the only ones in on that game,
Yeah.
And everybody else was just collateral.
Yeah.
and thought that they were like, not.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Please stop talking to each other.
Janae and Connor seem like they're pretty.
I think they're a good couple.
They're cute.
Liv and Hakeem, not it. Not the one.
They're good friendship.
Yeah, I don't know.
She thought he was a bad kisser. It's not going anywhere.
Oh, she thought he was a bad
Because
kisser?
I don't think he hasn't had anyone that he likes in the village.
She doesn't necessarily say that he was a bad kisser, but she imitates the way that he was kissing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
the
she's like-
girls. And the girls are like, oh. She's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Anytime a girl is hyperfixating on a thing you did, it's not good. So.
Correct.
I know. Let's stop there.
right, that's our recap
See
for
you
Love
next time.
Island, season 6, USA.
Make sure to subscribe, like the video, all that good shit. Leave a comment too.
Definitely leave a comment.
Shout out to
The Butthole Patrol.
Outrageous.